Yay! Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Namaste. Welcome, welcome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Laura and Julian and Susie and me. All Ontario and Shetland Islands and Albania. Yay, Grace. Hi, sweetie. Big hugs to everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I am really excited because I am going to the US for the first time in over 7 years to do a retreat. And if you are there, take advantage of it. Come be with me in person. It's a small, intimate retreat with up to 6 women only. And we're going to be in San Francisco in a gorgeous house in the middle of parks and all kinds of beauty. And we're going to have an opportunity to really go deep into our dreams, to illuminate and unravel our DNA, to find the fears that are being poked by what's going on in the world and allowing us to bring it up. So is lots and lots of you have been saying, why don't you come to the US? Why don't you come to the US? So here is your chance, because I won't be back this year for another retreat, and I don't know what will happen next year. So thank you so much for joining me. Now I really want to dive into this incredible topic. So what's happening right now on the planet? Big changes, big metamorphosis, big up level, evolution, and falling apart. Looks like everything is falling apart. So I want to ask you to please not speak into the world the reality of my mother, who says the world's going to hell in a handcart. and this has been programmed into us. This is our habit to expect everything and everyone around us to decide, to behave in a way that we think is appropriate. What we're seeing now is all of the past karmic patterns, I guess would be a good way to put it, coming to the surface to die, coming to the surface to be seen and acknowledged and released. So the thing about divine laws, and they're infallible, they work whether you believe in them or not. They work whether you know them or not. And if you use them and you practice them and you change your habits from how we were conditioned to speak to the way that works with the universal laws, you can adapt yourself through whatever is happening around you, whatever drama, whatever people are speaking stories. Everybody's speaking a story. The news is speaking a story, and these people think it's one story, and those people think it's another story, and your family's speaking a story, and your mind, your poor girl in your head that was programmed with these habits to be afraid and to need things to be a certain way, or you need to see something before you do it. And I can tell you that you're going to be waiting forever, just forever. And the universe is ready, unjudgmental, ready to hand us whatever it is we would like. We are here to create. We have a blueprint within us, just like a seed. That's called our DNA. But we have DNA in our physical body. We also have it in all the 33 levels of our energy bodies, of our dimensions that we live in. And then there's the veil, right? And then there's the infinite field. And then inside of this space are all of these ways of connecting, of releasing, of raising from the dead, resurrecting, really, right? These things that we forgot, or we were told weren't true, or we were filled with fears that don't be psychic, don't be positive, don't be confident. Who do you think you are to be happy and successful? And here's the thing, is you're the only one that can do that for yourself, right? You're the only one that can create your reality. So the deepest mystery is that you live, we all, I do too, live in a planet of mirrors. We live in a reality of everything is a reflection. It's a game. Life is a game. There's a wonderful, wonderful lady that I highly recommend her books, who lived in the late 1800s, called Florence Scovel Shinn. And one of her books was called The Game of Life, or Winning the Game of Life, or something like that. And she's very similar to Neville, if you know Neville, or to a lot of the people who have taught these scriptures, these sacred spiritual secrets, so to speak, but they aren't like some kind of woo-woo hopeful thing. It's not, oh, this morning I said my positive affirmation, or we used to do this a long time ago. You write your affirmations 100 times. And that writing with your hands is one of the powerful tools because it activates all kinds of muscles and neural pathways, and it awakens your brain. You have all kinds of ways to do it. But if you keep repeating over and over, like we used to in the new age, oh, I want more money. I want more money. I want my love. I want my love. I want my hip to heal. I want happiness. I want the war to stop. I want this. I want this. I want this. So we have to remember, and my wishes fulfilled students know this, that if we want it, and you want to pay attention to what you want, that's your first step. That's your doorway. But as soon as you say, oh, I want this, that's your emotion. That's your craving. That's your low state of need. And you only need or want or crave something if you don't have it. So what are you telling the universe? We're literally trained to be like, well, one day I'll have this, and I'm working towards this, and I'll see it one day. And we're speaking and we're feeling and we're believing that we can't have it, that we're separate from it, that it's outside of us, that we have to achieve it over a long period of time or hard work. Now, we could go on and on and on with that, but you get the concept, right? So what I want to do with you, I've been teaching mystery schools for many, 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 many years. I've gone to 3 mystery schools. I've studied with shamans. I keep going deeper and deeper into the sacred mysteries. And I could speak pure woo-woo to you if you really wanted. And we do that sometimes. But my goal, my purpose in life is to bring in the spiritual truths, bring in what the reality, the powers that are in all these other dimensions around us, because we're already connected to them. But we are not using the power of that because we believe that somehow we're weak or separate, not good enough, doomed. Oh, I have bad karma and all of that. So all of these things are also rising up and falling apart. It's not just, wow, look at people acting crazy. Look at the fear that's coming up. If the fear is coming up, it means, oh, goody, I get to transmute it. Okay. Transmutation is transfiguration. It is shape shifting. If you want to create your reality, and you are already, if you wish to create your reality the way that you would like, then you must come back inside here. And you can take 400 classes, you could do 200 tools, you can buy 45 websites, you can do whatever you want. I'm telling you that if you don't get this part of it, you're going to be chasing, you're going to be getting a little bit of success and a little bit of fulfillment along the way. But when's it going to happen? I know, because I've spent my whole life like that. And every step of the way, when I learned a truth, a universal law, a truth of alchemy, the practice of transmuting lead to gold, quote unquote, your fears into your joy, your anxiety into your strength, into your ability to say, isn't it a wonderful day, when it's a horrible day? You need to speak the reality even when you don't see it. So a common thing people do is like, well, when I see it, when I have the money, when I get the job, when I find this person, when this person says I'm sorry, when, then I will do this. I will take action. I will trust. I will hire someone. I will go for a trip. I will join the retreat. All right. I can tell you that is keeping what you wish away from you, and will continue to keep it away from you forever. There isn't any way for the universe to bring us what we wish for if we are speaking against ourselves, if we're speaking negativity. So here's an example. I did a super powerful session. So one of the bonuses, if you come to the California retreat, is I'm giving my clients who are returning all kinds of wonderful bonuses, the Soul Star Awakening course, which is all about how to communicate and go into your soul star, which is where your higher self lives. That's like your 8th chakra. And so I did a session with a client, and a lot of fear came up. A lot of fear had come up And so I said, well, let's jump on now. Let's do your session. Let's get this interrupted, this pattern, because it was about a health issue, and it had nothing to do with what's happening in the world, but maybe you're triggered by that, or maybe you're around family who keep speaking all this negative stuff and keep watching the news. Get away from that. Choose to feed yourself. Okay, your mind, your body, your environment, you're feeding yourself. If you're a plant, you can't survive if you're stuck outside with no water and too much sun and cold. So we were taught to do the same thing. Wait. You don't need to wait. And yet, if you are craving to see something manifest before, maybe you'll have it. Maybe you could say to me, oh, well, I did that and it happened. Good. I'm glad. However, I can promise you that you could accelerate, which is what we're doing right now, all of your manifestations, all of your joy, all of your healing, all of your income streams, all of whatever creative, joyful, wonderful enlightenment. What is it that you're truly seeking? We were taught to not know or not ask for or not want or wish for what we really want. So a lot of people start with, I don't even know what I want. I don't even know what it feels like to be happy. My very first website, my very first course was called Create Your Own Reality Now. And I look back at that and realize, wow, how powerful was that? That is the most important thing. That if you are not the one taking care of your inner self, taking care of what you're speaking, thinking, saying, and what you're putting out, and then what is in your environment, nobody else is going to. You might have somebody who's beautiful and loves you that says, come on, don't be so negative. Let's talk positive and stuff. But in general, we're fighting habits. We're fighting years and lifetimes of these embedded karmic lines. Okay, these are in us and they're manifesting right now. We're seeing in the planet the manifestation. That means make it appear to your eyes. We're seeing appearing in the world all this conflict, all this fear, all these powers that understand. We're reclaiming our power. This is the moment of the wise ones. We are the chosen ones. We chose to come here, but not to wallow around in fear and listen to those stories and be a part of that. We came here to hold our light, to go deeper within, to realize we're the ones radiating reality, and then not being attached to how and not being attached to when it's here, when it's here. So we took the fear, the scare. Of course, if you get a certain health issue, it's natural. You can say, well, of course I'm afraid. You don't have to be. You don't have to give your power away. You take care of yourself, for sure. If you need to go to the doctor or whatever, but don't hand your power to them. Get their information. If you need it because you're in a crisis, fine. But then look inside. Why are you attracting that? Why are you manifesting it? Why is it rising up out of you? It's a gift. It's a gift because it's time for it to be seen, acknowledged, and transmuted. So the deepest mystery schools were initiations for mastering your ego, mastering your words, mastering your mind, mastering your thoughts, and putting together an understanding of how the universe works on all these dimensions, that there is no judgment, that there is infinite abundance, that everything you could possibly require to manifest it is here. That's what's illumination. What happens when you illuminate? We see the moon illuminate a path of light across the water. We see the sunset illuminate a path across the water. So if you imagine what happens when you illuminate something, well, it comes to the light. It comes into awareness. You begin to see it and accept it. And yet we have been taught to push down our desires as well as our fears. Now, why are your fears your friends? This is something I want to share with you. I want to illuminate that your DNA, this is simply codes. Now, if you're still in the belief that this nonsense that they came out with a while ago so they could sell you a bunch of unnecessary surgery and stuff, you are not doomed to get breast cancer if your mother and your grandmother had breast cancer. They are in a karmic line where that is manifesting, because past beliefs and karma, which just means cause and effect, right? It's an energy or a pattern that came up, that was embedded, that was fear. So you do have some of that. However, you have DNA in your mental body, in your emotional body. These are codes. There, you hear a lot now, our DNA is unraveling, our DNA is weaving, our DNA is opening new strands. Our DNA is holographic. I did an amazing show recently with Geraldine Orozco, and I highly recommend you watch that. She's so brilliant. She's so much fun to talk to. I've got to like teach a class with her or something one day, because she understands this energetic, spiritual structure of things. And a hologram is what? It's a projection, like a movie screen, right? It's a projection. And that's what we are. And that's what the reality is. So when my first mystery school, I learned the hologram of love, is what he called it. And that was being aware of your entire light body and putting it into a spherical, because we're going into spherical consciousness. We're leaving this linear thing. We can go back in time, forward in time. We can jump timelines. We can move. We have parallel lives that are walking next to us. All these things are true. Very, very true. And yet, if we're just over here, oh, I'm afraid about today. Oh, I'm afraid of paying my bills. It's not that you don't deal with your reality, but you're consumed by it. Then how are you being a creator? We've got to free ourselves to be a creator. So last year we did Wishes Fulfilled workshop, which you can get in the shop if you'd like. And we did Wishes Fulfilled weekly, and the amazing things that happened for people. In fact, one student just shared with us that she bought her ideal car, and she sent us a picture, and we're all like celebrating for her. Woo, woo, way to go. And it was one of those things that was a desire, that was a want. And we took it. She learned how to take it out of, oh, I want that. I wish I had that. Because if you want, you don't have. But you acknowledge the want. You acknowledge the patterns that keep repeating, that annoy you, that make you feel blocked. Oh, I keep working hard and then I barely make any money. Oh, I make money, but then it's never enough. Oh, I make money and it goes away, right? We all understand these patterns. We all have had them at one point or another. Right now, we need to say, oh, okay, don't judge it. Don't label it. Karma isn't good or bad. I prefer grace. Let's flow in grace. And what we are doing now is realizing that these patterns are there. You can't ignore them. Well, you can, but they're not going to stop manifesting in your life. They're not going to stop creating in your life. So to manifest means to appear to your eyes. That means it's already there, but you don't see it. So if you wish to go somewhere, let's say you want to move to Italy, and you're like, oh, but I can't because I don't have the money, and oh, I don't know how, and this and that. All those words you're speaking are directions, they're commands, they're decrees. You're placing your order with the universe, and it's not a joke, because the universe is listening all the time. Your higher self is listening. Your body elemental is listening. I want you to manifest now light, lighter and lighter. Trusting, developing the trust. Don't worry about, oh, it didn't happen. I did the meditation 3 times and it didn't happen. Okay, get over that. Oh, I didn't see it, so I guess I'll just go back to being afraid. It isn't that you get rid of fear. It isn't that you eliminate karma. It isn't that you hate anything, the disease in your body, the conflict in your relationships, the political scene in the world, okay? You need to separate yourself from it and realize it does not get to tell you what you can have. Nothing outside of us is creating in our lives, because it's all a hologram. It is all a projection. It's a mirror. And that mirror is simply reflecting to us who we've been, what our ancestors said, what your family said, the karmic lines, the patterns that are manifesting. And because we're in an accelerated evolution right now, we have the opportunity to illuminate these things. We have to accept and acknowledge the fear, the pattern, and then we will rise through it. We will find the doorway inside of it that is actually the doorway to bliss, the doorway to joy, the doorway to health, to a doorway to more wealth, and so on. I want to make one more really important point. Seeking money, we all need more money, want more money. It's stressful when you don't have enough money, and where's the money going to come from? And what if I lose my job, or I just lost my job, or someone else in my life is the one controlling the money? We have become slaves to money. And when we chase only money, we're going to manifest a life of misery. And it's just a fact, because money just is. It's a tool. However, and I know you can be, oh, I know you say that, whatever. Okay. Believe me, I've made money, lost money, had no money, and everything in between. And it goes through cycles. It just does. We have to seek the inner peace. We have to seek the personal power. We have to seek the independence, the inner authority, the illumination of what are the laws that are already here that I can use to shift me from being in this timeline or helping to create that timeline. So come to Canada. Hey, I might be coming to Canada in June, Susie. I have a beautiful client who lives near Toronto, and she is putting together a beautiful, beautiful potential retreat. Because it's late June and it's already almost April, we're going to have to see how many people can make that leap, make that choice. But please send us a message if you are interested in California, Glastonbury, and Mayan retreats. We're doing some incredible ones next year and possibly later this year, and Canada. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be where the second most pure water in the world is. We're going to be staying in these gorgeous luxury resorts that are just going to be for us. And we're going to go to Niagara Falls, which is just super magical, but on the Canadian side, which I haven't been, but I hear it's super, super magical. So we have the water element. We're going to be working with the Native American and the earth elements. We're going to be doing light body healing. So if you are interested in that, let me know, and we will let you know. They're working on getting that finalized, and we'll see if we can get enough people to come. We would love, love, love to see you there. So all of these things are possibilities. They're doorways that open. Your fear is a doorway. Your anxiety is a doorway. When something doesn't manifest or work out for you, it's a doorway. Why? Because it isn't, oh, I guess I don't get to have that. Oh, there it goes again. It's not the truth. The truth is, you have energy within you, beliefs, you speak words, you think things, you get caught up in other people's stories or dramas. We were all taught to believe about lack. There is no lack, but we see it everywhere because everybody believes it. So what we believe or have confidence in or choose, that is what will reflect. Okay. So the deepest part of this is that all the drama that's happened right now, what if you decided this is the greatest time ever? I am so happy I'm living now, because the old paradigm was not good. It was not fair. It was not just. It was full of cruelty. It still is full of cruelty, but we're seeing it rise up like pus. It's coming to a head. It's getting worse. Why? Because it's time to acknowledge it, declare something new, and then it's going to dissipate. So trust that we're moving towards a beautiful reality, a beautiful earth. And if you choose to stay in the fear, that's okay. Or if other people in your life choose to stay in the fear, you can't change them. They're creating their reality too. Once you create your own reality, once you know that you're radiating that, then you have a magnetic field. Then you become an attractor factor. You become an attractor field. What's coming in is going to change, but you have to dilute it. So if you have a glass full of toxic water and you start pouring pure water in it, it's still polluted. That's what it's like. We're full of these polluted ideas and thoughts and habits and conditions and programs. Like, we have to go, wow, isn't this great? I'm here when I can move through these old patterns so quickly that Monday, we're going to have Donna Stellhorn on for April energies. And let me just tell you that we are in the year of the fire horse. And according to her, we are at top speed. We are just speeding, speeding, speeding. And the opportunity is always telling us, what are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of? A belief, a thought, a relationship, a job, a habit. What is it? Because again, you are the one that gets to choose. Okay. Okay, good. Let's see what we got. Let me see. Let me share. And then we're going to dive into an incredible activation that Spirit's been saying, come on, come on, come on. And I want to make sure that you come back on Thursday. We're going to have a show. What is this? Okay, I don't. Okay, hang on a minute. Let's not do that. Stop sharing. Okay, I don't even understand what's happening. Now every 5 minutes you have to prove who you are and answer all this stuff and heavens to Betsy. Okay, I'm putting the code in. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this in a few times and we'll see if it opens. So all of the things that are happening right now, I had a conversation with my 92-year-old mother the other day, and she was just beside herself with all this AI that keeps, interrupting everything you do, and everything on your phone is hidden in a new place and has a different orientation, and I don't care for it myself either. And we've got, everybody has their own AI now, and there's nothing wrong with AI. It's just that they're letting it take over. And I copy something and then I want to paste it, and it says, you've copied this, and it's covering the little paste where I was pasting it. So clearly no intelligent human is using their own app and saying, well, we should program this differently. We shouldn't have that covering what you want. Because I literally sit there. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Oh, good, I get to paste now. It's all these little things. Here's the thing: if we get distracted and annoyed, which I have to admit can happen to me, and I cancel it immediately and move to the next thing. We are decoding ourselves. We're decoding ancient history that is in stones, in the land, in the crystals, in the waters, in the schools, and the ancient priestesses and wisdom keepers are all rising now. If you go to sacred sites, there's just an incredible amount of energy coming. And then you have the governments who are kind of cutting off access to a lot of these places, limiting it more and more. And they might say, well, we're protecting this heritage site. And I'm perfectly understand that they are keeping us from the power spots. So find your own power spots in nature, near things. I'm working around that for my retreats now. We used to be able to go into pyramids and on things and so on to do this. And now we just have to shift a little. So what is it? What do you need to let go of? And what are you ready to embrace? How can you open a door that takes you in a new path? How can you see things in a new way? So today we're going to activate our destiny. What is destiny? It's not fate. Fate has that sense of like, I'm doomed. And I want you to understand that karma is not what we think it is. It isn't, oh, I'm stuck on this wheel of karma. It's going to take me 25 lifetimes. I never have anything good. This was really what I was taught, and I thought. Karma is neutral, okay? It is just the law of cause and effect. What you sow, you reap. And this is so true when you get down to, I create my reality. So literally there's no competition. It may look like there's competition, but there's only competition because we were taught to believe that there's only so much, and this person gets some and I don't get some. Maybe you're the kid on the outside of the candy store. So what we have to do is say, no, our destiny is the purpose, the mission that we decided on when we chose to come into our bodies, and we chose our bodies, and we chose our families, and we chose our lineages, and we chose our limitations. We chose it all. And so as much as you may want to complain, I don't like that, I wouldn't have chose that, you did. And you're only disempowering yourself if you say those things. Instead, like, okay, here I am. This is what is. This is interesting. I'm a little bit scared, but here's the power. My client, we had this incredible session And we're having a spring sale right now on private sessions. So make sure you go to the shop, because I keep forgetting to mention it. And I think it was up for the equinox and we just changed the dates because I never told anybody really about it. And the thing is that why? Why is that important? That we understand that everything we think, everything we believe is creating. Well, then if you go into that belief and now you suddenly say, but my family's unlucky, and I don't have money, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not whatever. You're perfect. You're literally exactly designed the way you wanted to be designed, so that you could illuminate this karma. You could illuminate the things that you have carried in your lineage. And it's not to blame your ancestors, okay? So now what we do is we activate. Activate means to illuminate. We acknowledge, we recognize, we accept. And on the scale of consciousness, which is free in the shop, so please go get all the goodies that are free in the shop, very powerful tool. At the state of acceptance is where you take your power back. It is when your emotional body forgives, your mind goes into harmony, you transcend. That's effortless. You don't have to effort to get out of fear. You transcend fear. You transcend anger. You transcend feeling, well, I'm condemned and I'm doomed, or this person did this to me, so I'm never going to be the same. And why are we seeing so much trauma right now? We're seeing so much trauma because, again, it's a pattern in our bodies, in our DNA, in our minds, in the earth, that has been so much a part of our history. We are the ones who chose to come here to unravel it and to illuminate it and then to transmute it. We are the shapeshifters. And you don't need to believe that, but I can tell you, I know you are, because you're here. You're here on the planet and you're here talking to me. Those are two signs that you are one of the light bearers. You are here to carry the frequency of light and acceptance and harmony and bliss and balance and courage and willingness and inspiration, not to keep carrying the burdens of fear, blame, anger, and all of that. We've done that. We've played that game. Time to graduate, right? So our DNA is not what we think it is. Yes, it holds codes, but we were told by scientists and doctors who were just limited by what they could see and what they understood, that you're doomed to have this if it's in your DNA. No, you're not. DNA is mutable. It is unraveling it. It's expanding, it's growing, and you can flip the little switches on and off. So I want to show you how to do that in the retreat and in the upcoming classes, in private sessions, because what came to light for my client yesterday was so profound, because it was an ongoing problem, a health problem. It's like, many of us have allergies that create other problems or whatever throughout your life. And I'm one of them. So am I completely free of those issues? No, but I don't go into fear around them. I don't get mad at them. I don't get mad at the pattern, because all that does is make more of it. Okay. I've learned natural medicine. I've been doing natural medicine for almost 40 years, frequency medicine, radionics, and homeopathy, and flower essences, and energy work, and on and on. So these are the things that are here that we know that we were told isn't true, or we can't access, and now's the time we are. So when we say, I'm ready to activate my destiny within my DNA, it means that we're making a choice, and we say it, and we say it out loud, and we think it, and we imagine, what would that feel like? That's powerful. Sounds simple. If you want to run off and find a more complicated class somebody's trying to teach, then that's fine. But the information that is missing from everything we're doing is that we're the only ones who can make this shift. So the minute that we're suppressing or spiritual bypassing, or, well, I did my meditation today, but then I went out and I judged everybody and I got angry and I'm afraid of what's going to happen, and I'm not going to go on the retreat because I don't know where the money's going to come from, and all and on, right? Then your meditation helped, but it's a bit like a drop, right? I want you to learn to reconstruct your DNA, to awaken the patterns of your destiny that are encoded in you, that already know how to be, how to think, and what's possible for you. Because you and I may be both light bearers, but we're very, very different. We brought forward different past patterns, lineages, karma. We brought forward different powers. We brought forward different dreams. Dreams are big, okay? Dreams are your big overall, like, I dream of world peace. I dream of harmony. I dream of kindness. I dream of compassion, but I don't dream it as if it will never happen. I dream it and speak it into being. And then I let the smaller aspects, like, what's my goal today? My goal today is to pay attention to my words, to interrupt the negative thoughts, to go inside and really feel that I have everything within me. I wonder what that would feel like. What if positive, not what if negative? Okay. So when we have these things inside of us and they're dormant, they're ignored, they're feared, they've been locked up, they've been put in jail, because of many, many lifetimes where you dreamed big and somebody didn't like it and they killed all your family or conquered your country or whatever. Yes, we have stories like that, and we do carry them. And so it isn't that we ignore it. That's the next problem. If we ignore the karmic patterns that are going on inside of us, if we ignore the fears that are coming up, then we're not helping either. Now, of course, you need to take care of yourself. I recommend EFT, but TFT was the original, where very quickly, within a few minutes, you can actually release from your body into your meridians, that intensity. Okay. Have rescue remedy. Rescue remedy is one of the most powerful things. And you might say, oh, well, it helps a little bit, but because you're used to a pill that is just whacking you, poisoning you, and then covering up the cause and temporarily waylaying the symptom. So, of course, if you have massive pain, please help yourself. But when you have these tools that actually allow what's happening to come up and yet give you peace and allow you to think and understand everything's happening for me, everything works out for me. I love that. That seems to be a big phrase now people are picking up. So I'm glad. Everything works out for me. The universe is always, literally, if we're in a dungeon and we're like, I don't know how to get out, and we go through a bunch of crocodiles and we almost die and we have fear, and then someone tries to follow us with spears and, like an Indiana Jones movie, and all these things happen and we finally get free. And then we start complaining like, well, that could have been easier. I would rather if that wasn't full of fear, and you can just replace your life story into that dramatic little movie. Then you're not only not accepting and not appreciating, you're not acknowledging and understanding that was the path, the best possible path for your higher self, for your path, for spirit, for the divine, for the great mother, for all these incredible, loving, non-judgmental essences, energies, and beings to guide you out of where you were. So it isn't anyone else's fault where we are. And we chose to come here with all of these things from day one as a baby. You don't come as a blank slate. And then we said, yeah, this is going to be the time because it's going to accelerate. It's going to come to a head. Think about, what are we, 26? Think about before COVID started. Think about the 2019, right? We actually, or was it 10, maybe 5 years before that, before things started to become obvious that people really weren't the way you thought. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know my neighbor was a racist jerk. Because all of a sudden, the rising of these patterns triggers. And if you are a person who fears and wants to control and who judges and who wants that, you think that's the way to do things, then that fear is going to trigger that. And that is how you're going to see everything that happens. I don't see things that way. So the same thing rises in the world. And I look and say, well, that's interesting. This must be a path out of this. We don't want to have all of the people around us hiding their incredibly negative patterns. So maybe you say, well, it was nicer when people acted nice and pretended they weren't prejudiced, racist, or mean, cruel, or whatever. Yet I'm very grateful that that's coming to the surface now, because now we know what we're dealing with. And now those people are rising from within their patterns that are keeping them stuck in those patterns, because they're literally creating hell for themselves. So don't create hell. You have the pattern within you. You have the blueprint within you. It's ready whenever you are. Spirit is ready to love you no matter what you've done, no matter how long it's taken. You're the only one who's judging. When you judge, it comes back to you. Please remember, everything comes back to you. I curse that person. You're a horrible person. You're going to have 10 people. 100 people. You know this law, right? What you sow, you reap, and what you give out comes back to you multiplied. Well, we tend to think of that only as like, oh, if I give somebody $5, it will come back to me multiplied. Yay, me, I'll have $100. Well, yes, it works on that. It also works on you cursed somebody, you blamed somebody, you got mad at somebody, you did something mean to yourself. Okay, we do all these things to ourselves, and that is going to come back to you 100-fold, 5-fold, 10,000-fold. There's no discernment. It's not like, no, I only want that law to apply to my nice part of me. I don't want to apply to this other part of me. It's not possible. So is it easy? It doesn't have to be hard, but does it take focus? Yes. Does it take having a beautiful community? Very, very powerful. A community, not that you tell everybody your dreams. Please don't do that. You only share with people like with me. If I'm your mentor, or I'm your shaman, or I'm your teacher, then I'm holding, and I know how to do this. I'm doing this a long time. Hold sacred space, a clear and open channel. I don't come in judging you and saying, oh, well, I learned you should ground yourself, and I learned this process, so I'm going to tell you, well, regardless of what's happening for you, I'm just going to tell you my thing and then apply it to you. No, I'm looking at you. You need to look at you. You're unique. You're different. You may make a dinner differently. You may like different food. You may prefer to walk to the top of that mountain a little bit at a time. You may want to ride up. You may want to drive up. There's a million ways that we can each be individual. So this is a pivotal moment. And if we accept it, that it's unknown and it's uncertain, but we came with everything required. We have what we need. The energy, the time is unraveling. Time is becoming clear to us that it's fluid, that it's a structure. We can go back and forward in time. And the evolution of not just humanity, but the planet, of the universe, it's already predetermined. We have a couple eras left, and then our beautiful Gaia is going to move to the next level of her evolution. We're being given an opportunity and a body. We are Gaia to evolve along with her. We're rising up the spiral, whether we like it or not. That's why I like, just stop. I want everyone to stop. Sometimes I really think that way. It's too much, just stop. Let me catch my breath. You can do that. But the more you go inside and realize, I'm the one that's creating what I see. I'm the one that's adding to it. I'm the one that can see the positive. Even if I don't see it, I can say, I know it's in there and I'm ready to see it. And I see it now. And now I'm on the other side of it and I'm in the wish fulfilled. So we are being called to pause and listen, not out there, in here. Reconnect to what is already encoded inside of us. So in this transmission today, we're going to be guided to activate our DNA blueprint. You'll be guided to sacred intelligence that you hold within you. It might be guides, you perceive them in whatever way you want. It might be a tree, it might be an angel, it might be a goddess, it might be a fairy, it might be a crystal being, it might just be a color, it might be a voice, doesn't matter, okay? It's up to you. And when you surrender and say, I have the most wonderful wisdom within me that already knows all this, isn't it exciting? There's a very different experience of everything that's happening. So now these hold your dreams. What are your dreams? Again, that's that bigger vision that you had for your life that you may know a little bit about, you may visit it, or you may not have been able to access yet in this life due to all the karmic things that you've been repeating and all the things you've been completing and all of that. And you didn't do anything wrong. But we want you on your purpose and on your true path. We want all of us there. not to follow someone else's story. You're here to remember your own story. And this is when your DNA in all these levels of you starts to encode, activate, and it starts to radiate a different frequency. It starts to move in a different frequency. It starts to vibrate. It starts to sing. It starts to have a harmonic. It starts to have a light that's different. So everything you need is already within you. So reconnecting to our inner voice, our soul guidance, activating our blueprint of our dreams, releasing. And what does this do? The limitations, the lack, the control, the feeling that we don't have power, the feeling that we're limited. We're eternal. We've lived and lived and lived and lived, and we'll keep living for a while and coming in and out of bodies if we wish to. And we can also go work on other levels. I want to go work with the angels for a while. I don't want to come back in a body. Okay, go do that. True destiny and purpose is what's inside of you, and it isn't what anybody else thinks you should do. And we were all given that conditioning that we need to please other people. So light body activation is I have a light body school. We're going to have the Infinity Light Weaving class coming out again. The retreat in California is going to be having a lot of Infinity Light Weaving. We have a beautiful woman coming who's doing the certification for the light weaving. She was there last year at the Dolphin Retreat when I gifted everybody that course. And she's doing the certification. So she's practicing, and we're going to be weaving together. And I'm going to show you how simple and powerful this energy work is. And you can do it anywhere. You can do it anytime. And it is realigning you with the truth of your purpose. So in this personal, collective, universal, transformative moment, that's what we're up to. So you can go to nanakasha.com in order to see the California retreat. We have, like I said, only a few spots because it's going to be a very intimate. We're in a gorgeous house in San Francisco, but not downtown. We're like way out on the point near the beach, next to Golden Gate Park, next to Presidio. We're going to be weaving in, talking to the trees and talking to the roots and talking to the crystals and doing fire ceremonies and activating and illuminating our dreams, our DNA, and our destiny. Because this is a moment, and it is a pivotal moment. It's a tipping point moment. And this year's just going to keep going faster and faster. Do you want to be on a horse and a rocket? Because Mars is going to be doing some interesting things soon, which is very powerful, very forward, very let's take action. Aries is coming. That's an action-oriented energy, astrological energy. So we want to be taking advantage of the spiritual weather that's here for us to empower us, to lift us. So if you're like, no, I want to go slow right now, bam, 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 it's not going to happen. And things are burning down. Isn't that great? We can be the phoenix, rise again, be the phoenix, rise again. That's going to be a primary theme if we do the Canada retreat, because my client there, she even wrote a book when we first met. I was helping her write a book about the phoenix rising. So what happens when you do these retreats? When you get there in person, you have a completely different experience because everybody there has their own magnetic field. The house and the land and the ancients and the mothers and the Native Americans and the people before that and the crystals and the trees and the fairies, everything there has a radiant field. When you are next to it in person, it is a completely different experience. And I'm so grateful we have these online classes and we're able to communicate live like this in real time. And that is super powerful because I began doing healing work back when people had to write me a letter and send it snail mail. They didn't know when I got it. They didn't know when I did the healing. Then I'd write out what happened, maybe make them a little remedy, send it back to them. That's where we are. Just look at that. Then we went into phone calls and we were able to record on a phone, very bad quality, but a session. And then we went into instant teleseminar. We started having video, and now we're here with so many possibilities. So we can see the acceleration of the energies. We can manifest, we can create, and I can tell you that whatever you speak is going to come back at you quicker and quicker and quicker. It's not a punishment. It isn't that you are being forced to suffer or you're blocked. If you think that and you believe that, I invite you now to illuminate that, to acknowledge it, to see it, to accept it, and then do it. And I'm going to teach you these processes of unraveling your DNA. And I'm going to be doing this work on you in person, which has I don't know, million times more power. You can ask anyone who's come to the retreats, bar none. There's no way you're going back the same. Same thing with the classes, but in person is always incredibly powerful. And then being together, we're staying together in this house. That has another level of transformative power. Anytime you get out of your reality, out of your routine, away from your family, away from your job, away from what you think, that's a routine. And every pattern and routine has to be interrupted. We have to do things differently now. It's much, much easier if you get out of there and then you're in an unfamiliar place. What's happening in the world? Our familiar way of things working is falling apart. We're breaking that pattern so we can expand our possibilities and create something new instead of being like, well, this is the way it's always been done. This is the way I have to do it. And then you're not thinking and you're in hypnosis, okay? Videos, Facebook, YouTube, TV, it's hypnosis. You can pretend it's not hypnosis, and that's fine. And I'm not telling you you can't look at any of it. Just be aware and don't deny that your addiction, and we all have addictions. What does it mean? It means I want that. I crave that. I love my morning cacao. I love my green juice. I am addicted to it. If I don't get my green juice when I go to England, I can't find green juice to save my life outside of London. And I go, oh, I wish I had my green juice. So, addiction just means that you are used to it, you want it, and you feel like you need it. What if you decided to be addicted to joy, addicted to happiness, addicted to being able to see through the illusion and through time and through space? Okay, so that is what you will get along with a lot of other things. And we're really going to be working in your DNA, which means we're working in your Akashic records. You can work in your Akashic records in many different ways, but one day, my good friend, Lisa Barnett, who is the founder of the Akashic Knowing School and has been doing this for 30 years, and she's traveling, she opens the Akash, she's being guided to galactic Akashic records now. So she's going to come and do a intimate group healing in this sacred space that we are creating together. So I want you to really get, this isn't just like, oh, it would be fun. Oh, but I don't want to, or I can't see how, whatever. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and I'm going to wait, whatever. If you feel called, come, because between what we're doing, between what she's going to come and do, she's going to do a group with all of us, an Akashic records clearing. All right. And there's many layers to what that means. It sounds simple, but believe me, it's not. And then she's going to be with us and share a lot of these new, very profound things that are revealing. So I'm also going to be speaking at her event, and I'm going to be speaking at the expo. So if you want to come to California for a few weeks of all kinds of joyful experiences and meeting like-minded people, this is another thing. If you're alone at home and you only have negative people around you who look down on your growth or your expansion or your meditation practice, or you don't have anyone to talk to about this, this is a reason to go to these things, to find like-minded people, because I know, like Grace and many of the people who come to my classes, they stay in touch. They meet up, and it's very profound. So these are transformational opportunities that are here for you. Now, if you listen to the Equinox show that I did here on my channel, please subscribe. You'll see that I've illuminated the dream catcher. The dream catcher is an ancient idea that it catches the negative thoughts, dreams, nightmares, and only lets through the center to you the beauty, the wonderful things, the things that are optimal for you. So in that session, that was like a 2-hour show, but at the end, lasts about an hour, 44 minutes, I highly recommend you go back and repeat that, because we were doing this. We were illuminating our DNA. We were activating these things. We were speaking with the trees. The bridge, we're going to be right near this beautiful bridge, and it's the bridge of dreams. It's the bridge from who you are to where you wish to be. It's the bridge from out of all this negativity into being your own creator. So we're using all of these metaphors and literal things and people who believed in the dreams when they built the bridge. And the dream catcher is going to be installed into your light body and re-illuminated, reactivated to constantly be filtering for you all this negativity that you don't need, want, or desire anymore, and you don't have to live it anymore. So that's the 12th to the 16th, and please check it out. It's on the homepage, and if you're a client, let us know so we can tell you about the specials. We're going to be going to Glastonbury the 3rd to the 9th, and there's some information on the homepage about that, and I'll be sharing more soon. And this is an upcoming class, so we'll have the dates and everything very soon. But this, I've been waiting. When's the next class? When's the next class? And normally I do a new class every couple months. And the universe has been like, let things transmute, let everything transform. You know, I'm going through my own transformation. So are you. So this is finally birthed, and it's taking a lot of what I'm talking about, your words, and then that's much deeper. So don't think that the simplicity of it, this is a mystery school. This is a training that priests had, sacred mystery schools had, because they understood they're the power. And the only way to alchemize, transfigure everything is believing and deciding I create my own reality. And I'm going to teach you deep and deep and deep the ways that you can create your reality through the power of your words. That's inner words, outer words, all the different levels of why it's a vibration, and how it is interacting with the universe, and how your inner belief and your karmic patterns and all that. So I want you to stop speaking lack and activate divine supply. We're also going to have another class attached to it. But this is what I've been talking about. Your inner and outer speech is creating your reality. Everything you've spoken and believed in the past has formed your life you're living today. All of your lineages, you chose your family very carefully because you're like, I want to illuminate these patterns and then transmute them. And we don't do it by ignoring them or blaming or attacking or conquering people or filling ourselves with food and drinks and sex and spiritual bypassing or whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't judge you either. If you really want to rise up out, if you want to be the phoenix that rises every month this year out of the past, out of what is burning down, out of the way we've done things, then bless everything that's happening. Don't try to figure it out, and come back inside here and realize, okay, I've chosen to have confidence in the fact that there's not enough and that I have to work hard and I have to chase it. Believe me, I was a workaholic and still a little bit, but I have changed how I'm doing it. I'm no longer chasing something. I'm allowing the how and the universe to bring it to me. So money, love, health, no one else can create it for you. No one else is keeping you from it. Stop looking outside yourself. Stop speaking against yourself the way most of us were taught to do. You can only receive what you see, what you feel, and what you believe. You cannot receive something that you say, well, one day I'm going to have the money and go to a retreat. One day I'm going to be happy. One day I'm going to be healthy. It's going to happen, but I don't see it right now. So I'm going to be kind of upset, depressed, or I used to be bored. I'll be honest. I was going through my life and I was working hard, but I was just bored because I thought, like, how long do I have to slog through all this crap until I get what I want? And here it was just sitting right there in front of me. So shifting has a ripple effect through your life. It affects everyone and everything on the planet, in your circle, because it has to, because you're the one that's creating your reality. So when you live in the end result, you have that power. So all of these things are universal laws, and manifestation is not one step. It's a process. It's a process of, oh, look at this. Oh, this is coming up. Oh, this is illuminating. Fear's coming up. Wow, it was so profound yesterday that we took a lifelong fear, a lifelong pattern in the client, and we illuminated it, and then we transmuted it, and I gifted her with all of these things. So if you want to do a private session, I'll teach you as much as I can in that as well, how to think about it, how to shift what she's creating. And then we were gifted with seeing these 6 different lives that were it was very interesting. Anyway, energetically attached to her, that were here, that were embodying those patterns, that was creating the fear and recreating the pattern of the health issue, and then all the fears around it and the limitations that she believed she had. So I'm sharing this to illuminate, to help you understand that there is everything you need already right here. And there's a way to shift immediately and begin to see these things and reconnect to the subtle keys in everything. So now, oh, that's missing. Okay, here. This is another class we're going to be doing in the next few months, decoding your money karma. And I'm going to tell you, if you only chase money and you believe money is going to make you happy, it's not. And it really is not. Like, it's really hard to believe this, because I used to learn this and I'd be like, yeah, but if I just have more money, then I can be happy and then I'll figure out being happy. No, you need to desire, you need to wish, you need to manifest, you need to create your reality to be happy, aligned, self-loving, connected to the universe, balanced, in harmony. And then you can manifest money. And the money is going to amplify your possibilities of what you get to do. But it's like a paint and paintbrush. It isn't what's going to make you happy. And I'm going to just stop there, because that can go woo, right down things. But I used to do classes, the spirit of money, and many of these different things. And we've gone deep into your patterns and what your mother used to say and how you're encoded with it. And it goes all the way out through your DNA and through your other lives. And so this is, again, the pattern of belief of lack that we want to illuminate and activate and transmute. So it's going to be a really powerful next few months. I hope you'll join me. I'm going to be at the New Living Expo, like I said, in San Rafael, and that's after my retreat. And next year, I'm doing a Stargates of the Maya galactic memories in the pyramid lands with Neil of Portal to Ascension and Chris Noble. And it's a very different kind of retreat, because of course it's going to be, look at these balance of these beautiful masculine men. That's coming out soon. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be sharing this with you: access your book of life and unlock your Akashic records and your soul wisdom. I touched on this also in the Equinox show, so make sure you go check that out. And Monday, we're going to have Donna Stellhorn giving us all the energies for April. So now I think that's good. Let's go ahead and see, does anybody have a question or a comment? You want to, hi, Tiffany. Oh, I was in your dream 2 nights ago. Well, you're in my visions of California. So I know a while ago you had the decree that you want to go to retreats, but you wanted to do some things first. So reach out to me because there's some people there that you know from the classes that are going to be there. It's going to be really beautiful. And I would love to love you up, touch you. And you know, Tiffany is one of the wishes fulfilled people who just manifested really made amazing things in her life. So I'm so happy. I do that. I was trained in mystery school. So I do show up in your dreams or in your room or take you on travels and things as a master of light and your mentor, if that's ideal for us. And it's a really fun to hear the feedback when that happens. So I'm so glad. Okay, good. So now what are we going to do? We're going to illuminate. We're going to do a transmission. And I'm very, very hot when I start to do, it's not hot here right now. This morning I went for a beach walk and had 3 coats on and all kinds of stuff, but I am going to go get my air conditioning. So give me 1 second and let me go ahead and share something beautiful so you don't have to just stare at an empty chair here. And there we go. So, okay, I think so too. So we're going to go back. Just give me a second here. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with this for 1 second so I can go get some cool air blowing in here. And then we're going to have a transmission. So the thing to do now is to start to breathe, come into the center. You know, I've been sharing a lot of information. The words are activating. So this is part of what working with me, I've been trained for so long in using my words. I'm a master hypnotherapist, using the energies, seeing through the energies in time. I can see what's happening. So what I've done for you right now is create a sacred space. We're inside of an infinity healing chamber, which is between the worlds. It's aligned to your highest good and what is optimal for you at this time. This is very important. If you're not learning this or doing this, especially if you're doing energy work or healing work with other people and you're not clearing and cleansing yourself in between, this is causing a lot of issues. You're carrying entities and negativities from other people you may be aware of or not with you. So learning light body work, learning these energy works, and you don't have to become a master or get certified, but you have to decide, I am the one who decides. So what we've done already is start to illuminate your dreams, your DNA, your soul purpose, your Janisa crystal, all the codes that you carry. We've already talked about what's possible for you. So you can enter this space now, close your eyes or look in here, see what draws you, because this is you. This is not some angel outside of you who's going to fix you. This is you. This is you opening your book of life, you opening your Akashic records. And what's happening? You see the light coming out of it. You see the illumination in her inner vision. You see her halo or her sun, her ability to radiate. You see how luminous she is. You see how a star is born and is lighting up to be the guiding star in her life. I designed this very intentionally, and I go back and forth and back and forth. And yes, it's AI, but and then the spirits in the trees. You see the DNA. You see the fairies, which are the nature spirits. You see the hologram or the Tetris, the Merkaba right there. That's activating your heart with also the infinity weave. So there's a lot of energy in this picture. This is encoded. This is activating you. I don't just talk words. I am doing energy work with you on many, many, many levels. So feel into this, receive it through your eyes, see what you notice, close your eyes if you want. If you feel drawn to the bridge, it's like, look, the sun is rising on the other side of the bridge. What's rising in your life? What's waiting to be illuminated for you? Okay. And I'll be right back. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for that. I was just noticing that my mug today says the sweet life, sweet life. Something that has been occurring to me a lot was the sweet spot. Like, what is the sweet spot for you? Where do you feel good? In your body? What time of day is the sweet spot? When you eat certain foods, not feed yourself sugar, but that, oh, I feel good. I make fresh green juice every day, and I love it. If I go without my green juice, I was like, oh, the sweet spot for you. With what thoughts, with what feelings, what starts your day? When are you in that? How does it feel? It's a really powerful thing to think about. So live the sweet life and know that it's here for you. Do, 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 do. And that cute little panda there. Okay. I've already done the copal, and many other things, but there's something calling. So the other thing that we're going to do in the California retreat and in Toronto, if we do that one, and in Glastonbury, is do crystal grids, create actual grids that we're going to each take turn going in, and all of us are going to be healing. So you're going to be learning a lot of healing tools, even if you don't want to be like a healer in your profession. You want to be able to do this because if you begin to understand these things, you're radiating them out. So we're always talking to all these beautiful beings. Thank you for being here. This is a pheasant, which is actually related to the phoenix. I was just talking with Diana about it. Those of you who know Diana, she's the one that's going to host the retreat in the summer here. And here you are. I'm like, who's talking? Okay, so I'll share. This is a citrine, and a citrine, it has a slight golden. A citrine, a real citrine, is one of the most powerful crystals because it holds the golden light, the golden spiritual sunlight, the frequency of gold, which is value, which can represent money or wishes or abundance. It never, ever lets anything outside of it lower its frequency. So it can help you do that too. So thank you very much. And of course, the different landscapes and worlds and the doors they have in there depend. So, okay. And I'll be bringing to the expo in California. And of course, any of you coming to the California retreat, you'll get first dibs on crystals that I've been taking to pyramids and obsidian and copal and all kinds of other goodies that we'll have there for sale. And I'm going to have some oracle decks as well. So, all right. So take a few deep breaths, follow the breath, whatever, where it goes. I like to give the power to the breath of life, to go where it's needed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here I am here, I am one heart, one mind. Here we are together. Now we're holding hands in a circle of light. Palm to palm, a weave of light is going through our hands, into our hearts, through our other hand, into the next person's heart. And across the world, we're creating a circle of love and light. Inflow, now the light's going the other way. So the first one came from your right hand, through your heart, out your left hand, and around that way, clockwise. And now notice, see, and breathe in the energy coming in through the left palm, into the heart, into the right hand, into other people in our divine circle of light around the world. And there's no time and there's no space, and we're all here together inside this infinity healing chamber. Once you've done a few breaths and you feel like you're relaxing into the moment, tell yourself, relax, release, receive. Relax. Relax your muscles. Relax the tension. Relax your mind. Relax your thoughts, your to-dos, your reaching. Relax your emotions. Relax. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry. There's nothing you need to know about. You're in the right place, right here. You're inside of a hologram of love. Divine love, pure love, unconditional love. Relax all of the cravings. Relax the eyes. Relax the throat. Relax the cheeks, the cheekbones. Relax the scalp. Feel over your head, down the back of your scalp. Tingles bit by bit. Relaxing the tension down the neck. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the arms and the hands. Let go. Let go, let go. Release, release, release. Relaxing the heart. Oh. Relaxing the chest, the back, and then the heart center. It doesn't need to be tight, afraid, doesn't need to hold back or protect anymore. I'm here in this sacred space, and I accept and allow all these divine energies to surround me, to radiate to me. Breathe in the exact energies that are optimal for me in this moment. And then when you let go, sigh out loud. Ah, and your muscles relax 3 times stronger. Relax the belly, the hips, the back, the spine. Relax the hips, the sacral. Relax the root. Now feel that relaxing energy. It's divine. It's here for your highest good. It's coded with exactly what you and only you require in this very moment for your highest good. It's moving down the legs, relaxing the feet, the calves, the knees, the toes. And now breathing up from the heart of the earth. Thank you, Grandmother Ishmukane, transmuting all my past pain, desires, wishes, blocks, and bringing up into you. Release, release, release. Like a cloud of light, like the sparkles, like the luminous energies in this image, like the codes that are coming to you from the ancient lands of California, the waters in the bay, the beautiful ancient trees, the wisdom of the ancestors, not the pain, not the fear, not the bad so-called karma, all of this coming up. Waves of lavender light, releasing lighter and lighter. The throat releases. The cheeks, the eyes, the mind, the brain releases. The hands release. We're weaving in and out of your palm portals, opening infinite streams, opening the pathways, opening your vision, opening your predetermined possibilities. It's not stamped in stone. Your choice is here. And yet the path of light, your destiny, is beginning to be illuminated. Release down into the Earth Mother and receive her love back up. Love, light, luminous tingles, sparkles. How do you feel the energies coming from the fairies, coming from the crystals, coming from the ancient wisdom of the trees, coming from this place of vision, of building dreams, weighing nothing, lifting you up lighter, 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 lighter. I release and I receive, and I release and I receive. And now turn that flow up like DNA, the spiral coming from beneath you up. Now release up, up, out of the throat, the eyes, the brain, the crown, the soul star. See your higher self opening the doors to the book of your life. See and feel this opening, releasing. They're receiving it. They're loving it. They're thanking you for releasing it. There's no judgment. You just keep releasing and joyful that you're releasing so effortlessly, transcending. And then you receive from above. Because you've released, you can refill your container. You can become a strong, clear, open channel. And it comes down. And the spiral comes down through you and up through you. And like a DNA in your central channel, weaving up and down, release, receive. Because you've relaxed, you are now open and willing and receptive. You're connecting, you're remembering. All of your DNA is beginning to tingle in your skin, in your cells, in your bones. Your bones remember. The crystals remember. The stones remember. They remember who you are. They remember you came now to be free. They're here. Now, as you are in this beautiful space, take a silent moment to acknowledge, to come further into yourself. Look from within. Be within, not to hide, but to be the central channel of authority, choice, and creator of your reality now. Feel gently your soft breath, the luminous spiral of your Akashic DNA, up and down, perfectly balancing yin and yang, past and future, spirit and form. This is where you are. This is what you're gifted with. Be here now. Receive and release effortlessly, except you must speak it. You must say, I release and I receive. I receive openly. I release generously, effortlessly. I'm speaking blessings, healing, remembering, reconnections into your field, into our circle. It's weaving between our hearts. It's moving up and down your central channel. May our hearts be freed. May our hearts realign with the codes we brought with us. May I now give myself permission to be free, to be me, not the me I thought I was, the me I came, the codes deep within. Feel this and just allow it. Listen and watch. Don't expect, don't grasp, let go of the logical mind, let go of the conscious mind. Be enveloped in your infinite subconscious mind, the creator of your reality. Here in this sacred space, your light body, that's physical, emotional, mental, auric, buddhic, causal, all the levels, is being unraveled. We now decree and speak into being that my spiritual DNA, that the dreams my soul had for the life my soul intended, and the destiny that is possible for me at the highest level of love and light creativity, joy, and enlightenment. Now open, unravel, untangle, release, and let go. Speak the words in or out, or both. Accept now with your words. I accept these energies. I acknowledge they are here for my highest good. They are working at levels beyond my perception, and yet I choose to believe right now that this moment is divinely appointed, and I am here, and the doors are opening, and I am being freed. I am being liberated. I am being infused, strengthened, supported. I am here with your Akashic Records guide. I am here with the ancients that you lived with. I am here with the angels and angelic realms, your guardian angels, your guardian dragons, and the realms of beings in nature that are here. The citrine is awakening your third eye. You can feel its cool, loving power between your eyebrows, being turned, being spiraled, being opened, being unlocked. Give it permission, watch it, thank it. You don't need to know what it's doing. You thank you for this gift. The crystal is amplifying, moving up your forehead, step by step, opening small portals, awakening the DNA that is optimal for you to enlighten and illuminate. Allow it and receive it with gracious gratitude, humbleness, and full willingness. Now the divine citrine kingdoms, these luminous masters of light, sit on your crown in the very center, and again you feel a cool crystal twisting, spiraling, unlocking, and that energy is going from your palpable head, scalp, and skin into the bones of your skull, into the brain, into the neural pathways that block your destiny from guiding you, that block your dreams from being illuminated. I accept, I allow, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now it is moving through your corpus callosum, pituitary, pineal, and all the glands of your inner all-seeing eye between the two halves of your brain. Gently, your higher self and body elemental are tapping on your meridians. You can sense it, feel it. You feel the vibrations. They're tapping a new rhythm down into the heart, up the throat, over the chin, the lips, the nose, tapping between the eyes, the forehead, tapping over the crown and down the back of your skull, your neck, to the beginning of your vertebrae and neck. You sense that it is sending messages, frequency signals into your sacred vertebrae, cerebral spinal fluids, and now it expands out into the lymph, the muscles, the blood, and now down deeper into your DNA. Relax and let go of your focus. Decide that you are radiating receptivity, willingness as a clear, open, activated, and illuminated essence. These beautiful, divine, and ancient energies are generously, lovingly freeing you. Beliefs, patterns, fears, blocks like tiny bubbles rising, rising, rising. You watch as if you're in the center of a glass of mineral water, and these bubbles are rising up deep in your DNA, locked into your cellular memory. The wisdom is here. The fears are here. The beliefs that limit you and muffle your true power and purpose are bubbling up. You see them all with great gratitude, compassion, and acceptance. As this light body activation continues at deeper and deeper levels, you ask now in the deepest part of your core, I am ready to release this fear and to embrace it, to love all parts of me and no longer judge, good or bad, my path, my successes, or my failures, my perceived karma, patterns, lineages, life, my lot in life. I just watch it with wonder, with love, with deep, deep compassion. A great joy is released in these bubbles as well. Everything is in balance. Everything is both sides of the coin. The fears that rise also have joy, bliss within them. The dreams that rise also have the fears of the dreams, or the memories when your dreams were taken, interrupted, or disconnected. You see and understand now, I am both divine and human. I hold fear and bliss. I can choose to hold myself back and create a world of fear. And I can choose to walk through that door to the other side of that beautiful thing and create from within me, release the memories, the codes in my DNA that know who I came here to be, the light bearer that I chose to be, and the dreams that will guide me that will open that pathway of light, that illuminate the bridge, that I am not stuck, that there are bridges between me and all manners of future selves, that I wish, that I am ready to be, to embody, to walk in. As the bubbles keep rising around you, you feel yourself loosening tension, not just in the muscles or the bones, but in the aura. Loosening tension in the emotions. The bubbles rise lighter and lighter, loosening, dissolving, softening the tensions, the attachments in the mind. You see words and mindsets, decrees, wishes, everything you have declared and manifested into being that no longer serves your highest good, like little balloons rising from the mind. The mental field is vast. The emotional field is powerful. They've been locked down, entangled, and they're loosening. Now, within each little bit of divine DNA, in the cells that hold memories, in the brain that is not the mind, but works with the mind, unhooking, detaching, and now you say, thank you for this release. I receive all the energies that are ready to be freed and to be received. For my highest good, my path of illumination, my divine purpose and mission, and the destiny encoded with love, light, and prosperity. I now allow my divine dreams to rise up from wherever they have been hidden, wherever they've been feared, controlled, manipulated. Let those dreams be released now. What does that feel like? What does it look like? What is the sensations of this beautiful, soft energy beginning to rise? The book of your life, the codes within you are opening in the cells, and a beautiful aroma, a song, an essence, a light rises from them, from your bones, from your blood, from your lineages, from your lifetimes. Now it's time for you to decide, to choose, because you are the only one who can. I now use my words to support myself, to free my dreams, to illuminate my path, to unravel the destiny of potential light, bliss, love, wealth, reverence, joy, gratitude, harmony, balance. Oh, the inspiration. Oh, the creativity. Oh, the freedom that is being released within you. A freedom you never imagined was possible, because it's not outside of you. It's inside of you. I remember and I receive. And I release my expectations, my cravings, and my fears. And I choose now to let this process continue in my body, in my light body, as long as is optimal for me at this time, effortlessly. I accept, and with gracious, harmonious gratitude, I transcend all past timelines, blocks, barriers, locks, shackles, and fear. Now sense and feel that declaration that you've made. That is your wand. That is your power. That is your will. That is your staff. That is your order. That is your decree. That is your command. And it must be obeyed. It must be fulfilled, because that is the law of the universe. Will you accept it? Yes, I will. Now declare that you are free and feel the light, the star that has been reborn in your heart. The star, the guiding star, the star that leads you to the pure crystal consciousness you came to be, the Christ consciousness, not a person, pure forgiveness, unconditional love, already here. I am divine, I am beloved, I am valued, I am seen, I am prospered, I am supported. And now, as you receive this, you declare, from this moment forward, I walk in grace. I acknowledge my past, my fears, and the karmic patterns that I brought to free, so that no longer me, this world, this planet, this timeline, my ancestors, my family, all the things that are part of my reality no longer are required to recreate pain, past, and fear. Allow that decree to go out from you, from your very center, up and down. You continue to know that those spirals of your divine DNA coming down, coming up, gently weaving, winding, creating perfect balance, creating alignment, harmony, grace. Now stand up in your power, stand up in your heart, stand inside of this spiral, unraveling and illuminating your beautiful DNA, and see yourself, see your guides, see your past selves, see your body elemental, see your I am present, see your higher self, see your angels, see all the fairies, the ancient wisdom, and the ancestors of light that are here to help you, to take your hand, to follow you, to love you, to guide you. All of them assisting you to stand in the center and be the central channel as these are illuminated, as they are unraveled, as they are revealed, as they are resurrected. I am that I am, and I have been resurrected from the path that I believed of lack and fear. I now move forward in my day, in my life, in my thoughts, in my words, loving, accepting, and allowing all parts of myself without judgment, without condemnation or fear, to be freed. I lovingly embrace everything, from fear to faith to fantasy, to dreams coming true. And you feel as you stand in the center of your body now, all the cells breathing a new rhythm, the light going in and out, the book of life opening, your Akashic records. The past is here for you. You can free it. You can redefine it. You can decide that it no longer means anything negative. You can bring neutrality or blessings. You are in the center. You are the writer. You are the creator. You are the projector. And the hologram of love, that is the essence of who you are, is alive. It is seen now by the higher realms, by the earth beings, by the water essences. It is seen now by the crystals. It is seen now by all of those that have been walking with you every minute, waiting for this moment when you allowed yourself to be illuminated. You are seen and you are loved. Breathe in to your body, stand tall. And declare, I am the divine creator of my life. I bless my words, my thoughts, my dreams, and my destiny now. I accept that they are already here, and I am now in flow, in a circle of light, with other light bearers that have been with me lifetime after lifetime. I acknowledge my sisters. I acknowledge my brothers of light. I acknowledge all those who I have walked this path with. And here we are again. And we are here to create a new world, a world of illumination, love, infinite possibilities, infinite abundance, infinite wisdom. And it is within me. And I give it permission to rise. And as you slowly come back into the awareness of this moment, your body, the chair underneath you, the breath and air around you, you sense the difference. You can see, feel, and sense your radiant field is completely different. It is rising up and down. It is luminous. It is spiraling. I am in the spiral flow of the truth of the universe. I am free from the blocks of the past and the prison of linear reality. It is the truth. It is my truth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it is done. And so it is, and I accept. And so it is, and so it is. Right now, it is done. I declare, I receive, and I decree. I walk in light, I radiate love, and I receive infinite blessings, miracles and magic, harmonious, loving people. Doors are opening for me everywhere effortlessly. The universe is supporting me. It knows the path. It knows the how. I see it. I accept it. I bless myself, my home, the land, the waters, the earth, my family, humanity, all the trees, the dolphins, all the whales, all the dogs, all the wolves, every species in form. May we all be free. As I receive for me, I receive for you. I overflow and gift this to everyone. There is prosperity within all of us, and let it be free. Let it be me. Let it be my reality. I now am permanently connected to my book of life. I am unraveling and reweaving the DNA. I am on my path of divine destiny, and my soul is my path, my guide, my partner, my protector, and my love. I am never alone. I am divinely guided, blessed, loved, and so it is. I accept, I decree, I command, I order, and now I walk from this moment into my day, radiating a whole new song, and it illuminates and changes everything and everyone in my reality without me saying a single word to others. I speak my reality into being. I love the path, the power, and the karmic patterns that are here to guide me. Now, as you feel this sense of lightness and freedom, take your time to come in. Take your time to think and feel and acknowledge, to write or speak, be inspired to create, to paint, to go for a walk. Bring this beauty through you, radiated into your world. See it illuminating your path, not just today, not just this moment, but from here on out. The bridge to your dreams is built, it is illuminated, and it is open for you to walk this path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May this circle and divine temple and sacred space and sacred circle be open, yet unbroken, always here for us to reconnect. Now a permanent part of the Akasha, now out there to offer this to everyone, into the earth, the core, the heart, out to the stars, the planet, and the infinite. We are one mind, one heart, and now we are reunited in love and light. The world is forever changed. Thank you. You are forever freed. Thank you. Honor this gift. Remember this gift. Repeat, repeat, share, activate, illuminate, ask, be willing, and stand in your center. Speak the reality you wish to see and enjoy the beauty that you have carried with you for lifetimes. Namaste. Thank you so much. I always have the intention to make these short, and Divine has a different idea. So surrendering to the optimal path that we just walked together. Thank you for being in my circle. Thank you for being a luminous light being that is willing to let go of the play and the game that we were taught and to create our own. In oneness, we are a circle. We are sharing our beauty, our strength, and our hearts. I hope I see you in California at any one of the events or all of them in a private session, which are now on sale. So make sure you go to the shop, and in the classes coming up. May you be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you. En Lak'ech Alakin. I am another you. You are another me. We are a reflection of each other. And I'm super honored that you chose to be here right now at this time. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you, Spirit Messenger. Jillian, Susie, thank you. So powerful. Yes, this this work is so powerful and so deep. And I always come and say, oh, people want short videos and we need to make a short process. And then you guys show up and you're so powerful and you're so beautiful and spirit wants to keep going and illuminate us. So you get a little taste of what we do at the retreats and in the classes. And always it's aligned to your highest good. So enjoy what's unfolding, expect it without being attached to it. Let the universe open the doors in whatever way is optimal. And thank you. If you share with me here on Facebook or send us an email to nan@nanakasha.com, what you feel. I love to hear your feedback because I know then and I can sense then and I can understand at many levels what we're all doing because we are all one. And as I illuminate and free myself, you do the same. And we are a ripple, we are a wave. The powers that seem to be creating chaos, fear, and cruelty do not have power over us. And now we just amplified the light world. We walk side by side with that world of fear and that world of light and love. We've just amplified and strengthened that. And it is now part of our truth. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Magus Mark, all sacred and supernatural. Infinite love and blessings to you too. Another Jillian. We have a Jillian with a G and a Jillian with a J. What a beautiful word. I feel like now I want to look that word up in the dictionary and activate it and see what is the beautiful thing of that. So you may want to take this and look up the word DNA or destiny or illuminate or dreams and understand not just what you think it means, but what did it mean originally? And what is part of the power of the collective conscious believing a certain word means a certain thing. These words are powerful, and we'll be sharing more about our upcoming class, all about using your words to create the reality of light, love, abundance, and bliss. Namaste. Bye.